Traders, it's Steve from the Stock Index Trading Room. And on this weekly video recap, we're going to look at what some of our members are lovingly calling the ultimate trend identification system that we use in the room to attempt to get on the correct side of market growth, range expansion, price movement more often than not. We introduced this last weekend, and this is just a follow-up from that. Is our custom. When we do a weekend recap, we talk about Friday's chart. This is produced on Saturday the 12th. We're going to look at Friday the 11th and the signals that were generated by the ultimate trend identification system. If you've not read this, please do so. It's important for you. It's important for us. It's important for you. And in the long run, it will help you become a better trader. So if you've not read this, please pause this, and when you get through, come back and join us. Last weekend, we did a fairly detailed look at the ultimate trend identification system. You can search that on our YouTube channel and find that for a review. I'm going to briefly go over this. With all of the action on Friday, it will be difficult for me to stay in my time frame the way it is. So we're only going to have time to do a brief overview, and then only going to have time to look at one day. So the overall goal in the Stock Index Trading Room is to provide signals or a system and or a strategy, whatever adjective you would want to tag to that, for our members that have a historic track record of two important components. We want winning signals that move in our favor, to be more common than entries that move against us. And then we ultimately want our signals that move in our favor to have a reward to risk historic track record of 200% or greater. So reward to risk of more than 200%. And here's what we found. Here's what we do in the Stock Index Trading Room with this system. We're going to talk about trading with the trend for a minute. My stats professor, statistical analysis professor in college, would say holding all other factors constant for comparison reasons, and we would all start to pay attention because we knew something dramatic he was getting ready to share something dramatic. So if we hold everything else constant, trading with the trend will have all traders on the larger side of range expansion or market growth more often. Therefore, the winning trades by default will be larger than losing trades, period. A market cannot be in an uptrend without eclipsing what? The previous high. We have to have higher highs. So if we have higher highs, then obviously we're taking out the previous point. So that would put us on the long side of trades. So if we want to find trades that by default are larger in nature than trades that are smaller, finding and trading with the trend by default will achieve that goal. I want to share something with you that I hope you know, and if you don't, take time to understand this, please. If you're using statistical probabilities to trade, this is critical for your trading. And that's the concept of standards away or improved from random. And the way we teach it in the room is simply, we're going to flip a coin 10 times. And 10 times won't almost never give us 5-5, but we're going to, we could talk about we're going to flip it 100,000 times, and we would be 49.9999 to 50.0001 at 50,000 to 50,000. So the larger the field that we use to compare, the closer to our standard numbers that we get. So taking one signal will not be representative of this. Taking 100 signals if they are statistically proven, will be very representative of this. So anyway, so we're going to flip a coin, 5-5. We're going to assume 5-5. And I get to reach in your hand 1 out of 10 and turn it over. Boy, I'm going to win 60% of the time. I'm going to beat you. By default, I'm going to beat you. If I can reach in your hand and change it 2 times, then I'm going to beat you worse, quicker. I'm going to be more successful. 3 standards, of course, is 80%, and 4 standards is 90%. People will come into our room and go, why do you have such a high probability of the market moving in your favor when everything is aligned for us to look and anticipate these trades and not settle for these trades? And here's the real reason. Rob's coded all of our indicators to work in complement of each other. So you can't take this and take 3 or 4 random indicators created by 4 different approaches to the market and put them together and say, I'm going to create this on my own. It won't happen. I'm sorry. They have to be coded to complement each other. That's one of the many brilliant ideas that Rob learned that that we take advantage of in the room. So anyway, the more we move away from random, the more likely we have of assuring our success in trading, period. There's only 2 ways to trade. There are 2 conditions. That's continuation or reversals, whether we're talking about 1 bar or 1 year. Whatever condition you're qualifying the market as, continuation signals are given in the direction of the predominant trend, and reversals are counter trend in nature. One of the reasons that continuations are so enjoyable to trade is it's because normally at that point, future direction by smart large traders is determined and acceleration starts, and that's when it's fun to be in a signal. Reversals tend to not have anyone convinced yet of what may or may not happen, and so they tend to be more of a fight in nature. But what we do in the room, we're going to identify the trend direction and work with it to get larger than normal, larger than average winning trades. And then we have a method of when the market is signaling it's going to go the other way. We're going to share that with you and how we use that in the room to make sure that when the market expands again, that we're on the right side most of the time. So let's look at a chart here. Maybe, there we go. Not sure why I had trouble closing that. Anyway, one of the things you'll know if you watch some of our video, I'm not a marketer and I'm not a professional presenter. I'm a retired teaching golf professional that was fortunate enough to study under Rob for a while, and we're in the process of helping quite a few traders start to become successful, reach their trading goals. Anyway, Friday the 11th, for more information, go to our website, stockindextradingroom.com. If you have questions, just shoot them to me, support@stockindextradingroom, and we'll get those, we'll get responses back to you. Now, the weekend, sometimes it's not real-time sensitive, but the rest of the time, you know, we are very prompt in answering what we answer. Now, I'm going to share only one signal other than the ultimate trend identification system. Now, we have a lot of other things in the room we use, like we have a lot of members that would have been long here, okay? But it's not perfectly in step with what I'm showing you, so I'm not going to mark that. So anyway, the hand-drawn arrows are trend reversal situations. Now, I'm not going to teach you that here. If you come to the room, you'll know it, you know, the first day. And if you're not going to trade it, it won't matter because we use our brilliant indicators to identify that. So Friday, we were in a unique situation as it relates to market profile, TPO value, and range. It was very, very likely that the market was going to expand up. We get a trend reversal right here around the open, and there it goes. So we have a lot of our members that will trade reversals. I'm not going to mark those. We're going to mark continuations because that achieves our goal of being on the right side of market growth. Okay, so here was our first signal, and we had some targets up in here in the room, and whether a trader, you know, would have decided to work through that or not, it's totally an individual thing, but there's a winning signal. As the market continues to try to reset value, here is a green bar below a blue smart price band in what we call all hands on deck uptrend. These are incredibly good. It's probably more advantageous if Trapped Trader Oscillator would be giving us a deeper reading of more traders being trapped. The issue is in a strongly trending market, we don't get this. We don't get that situation. I was going to mark this on the fly, but there's just too much. Here we have what we call a type 2 divergence. And it's not important, you know, it's just the way smart momentum is a brilliant cycling trending indicator that tells us the trend is likely to continue here and here and here. So pretty good job. So here was an entry, here was an entry, here was an entry. This happened really fast. We can't do anything about that. It is an entry. I don't know if we would have been able to trade that or not. We had some things over here that we were in that were a lot of fun. This situation, if you've looked at some of our older videos, you will recognize as a weak Batman. A weak Batman. It is a type 2 divergence on smart momentum, which is telling us that cycling will continue. Now, we don't have a reversal until we get over here, okay? So this would be a counter trend trade, and that would be up to a trader to decide, hey, we've got a weak Batman, we love weak Batmans. You may or may not want to trade that. I don't have it marked because it's not relevant to what we're doing, and it wasn't relevant to trading. I can tell you did not have to get me in that move to be successful yesterday, okay? So the double errors are simply where smart momentum and Trapped Trader Oscillator are both in agreement in trend. These are incredibly exceptional signals, okay? So here we have a situation to where smart price band gives us a downtrend. Trapped Trader Oscillator smart momentum gives us a downtrend. So all systems are saying down at this point. And of course, you can see if you were trading or watching or even in this trade, we were in this trade. It just, you know, it went like 12 or 15 points, just like within a minute. So our signal simply would be trend reversal, overvalued, or waiting on smart momentum to agree with Trapped Trader Oscillator. This would be 2 arrows in this situation to go down. So here's our next sell. It's a beautiful, I'm going to draw this. I left this off on purpose. Smart momentum is saying, hey, we're stretched. Trapped Trader Oscillator is saying there's too many people on the long side, and they were both wrong. Happens once or twice a day in a big day. But what does that give us? That tells us what? Trend reversal, market's going up. So we get this is a brilliant, absolutely brilliant signal. We call a combo trade green smart price band, Trapped Trader Oscillator smart momentum all being stretched up, up, up. Okay. These are just simply, this is a touching Trapped Trader Oscillator is touching our extreme line, giving us, yep, okay. Again, we talked earlier in this video that if this can't get below, and this is holding price integrity, the likelihood of this doing this is about 90%. So we have a huge advantage here. Here we have another winning entry that we have smart momentum saying, okay, it's time to cycle back up. Trapped Trader Oscillator saying too many people short here, they're going to get punished, and you can see that. Just brilliant. And here we have another, just the same type of Trapped Trader Oscillator. We're in an uptrend. Trapped Trader Oscillator is undervalued. Smart momentum is undervalued. We have SST, smart super trend. We have this big open zone here. Tells us 5 points is highly likely. Here we have what here? What is this? Actually, it is not a combo trade. We had this little bitty smart price bend, but it's type 2. Smart momentum's brilliant, saying, hey, what? We're ready to go up again. Trapped Trader Oscillator saying what? Hey, there are too many people short. Let's punish them again, and let's punish them again. And here we have this pattern that turns into a strong Batman. Let's punish them again. Okay, so here's a TTO entry. All right, only went up 2 bars and failed. Well, what does that tell us? That tells us to what? Look the other way, just a reversal. So you can trade reversals if you like. We have a lot of members. You can look at those. We don't talk about that. Okay, you get short here, you like that. You get long here, you like that. You get short here, you like that. I don't. You get long here, you like that. And long and work the long side, work the long side. What are we looking for? Highly probable winning signals that are larger trend, countertrend, trend, countertrend, trend, countertrend, trend, countertrend, trend. Going the other way. It's that simple. So here we have a TTOX touch combo trade, type 2, smart momentum saying we're going to start cycling down again. And we did. That's questionable. Anyway, and then we have this one in the market ends and that type of thing. So these were the signals generated from Friday, October the 11th, with the ultimate trend identification system. Again, it's designed, we tested, coded, researched, refined to get a system that would what? Identify market expansion. Which way is it likely to expand? Up, 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 reversal, down. That didn't work. Up, 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 and up. That didn't work. Down. So there you go. Signals from Ultimate Trend Identification System Friday, October the 11th. You know what to do with this. One, you know, if we would like for you to take advantage of these signals in the system, and to you may be a trader that is that's learned how to be successful and would like to have some monster trend moves, which is what this does. You may have never been successful and would just simply like to have a system that gives 85 and 90% likely entries that start in your favor. Now, a word about that. We have some brilliant signals. We don't know if any of these will work Monday or ever again. They have for 20 or 25 years or longer. That's as far as we've tested. You know, but we're not representing that that's what's going to happen. Okay, we're just showing you what's been going on in our approach to the market. So we'd like for you to come join us. We'd like for you to be a part of this. Come and spend a bit of time and learn, spend a little bit of time and learn what's going on and what we do, and then start to join us in taking advantage of some of this. If you have questions, just simply support@stockindextradingroom.com. We'll get on those first of the week for sure. And then go to our website, stockindextradingroom.com. We have a short video there. And if you decide to go ahead and join us, there's a nice discount coupon code at the end of that. It's a 6 or 7 minute video. It's not long. And there's a nice discount at the end of that for new first time traders joining the room. Would like to give you a gift right off the bat. So on behalf of Rob and all the brilliant work he's done with us and for us, I'm Steve from the Stock Index Trading Room, wishing you great trading. We hope to see you soon.